Welcome everyone to the latest edition of Say What? I'm your host, Laura Thornquist, and via Zoom, I have with me my co-host, Julie Williams. You know, Julie, it's really glad to have you, or is it really good to see you, to be honest?
I know. It's so strange. It's just hard to believe it's been a month.
It has, and I've graduated, by the way.
Oh?
Yeah, I've graduated to my fat jeans as opposed to my skinny jeans.
Yes. Yeah. It's full on leggings at this point for me. Yeah. It's going to take a lot of effort to get back up and moving. So
to get back into the workplace, I've noticed too, it's been interesting to watch our workplace. They've done really well working from home, but you can tell that their moods are starting to shift a little bit. They're getting a little depressed, and it makes sense,
Totally. Yeah. I will say I was cruising along just fine for a while. And then like the other day, why? And I have to get out of the house. And so I've been doing better about like scheduling, okay, you need to walk outside right now. And, just kind of trying to, but like not wait until it catches up to you, kind of just put some normal in where you can. So.
Well, and a lot of people are trying to get that normalcy back, and most people are staying at home, and their families they're looking for some of the silver lines out of all of this as we dig into this new normal. So with working, parenting, and now even teaching from home, it's likely that our energy bills are going to be a little bit higher than usual.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, a lot of plugged in electronics and every computer working. And so yeah, saving energy will help you save money during this time. And it's what is increasingly proving to be a financially challenging time for many. So we've come up with a few tips that will help you save energy while practicing your social distancing, self-isolation, even self-quarantine during this stay-at-home time.
Yeah, and I've been really good at this, actually, only using lights when needed, right?
Yeah.
So it's like a no-brainer, but turning out the lights in your house when they aren't needed can really help significantly decrease electricity use. So try using natural light when possible during the day. You can also make the most of natural light using strategically placed mirrors and putting workspaces near windows. I never thought of something like that, but it actually works. Utilize those power strips too anywhere that you can. Not only is it going to make it easier to turn things on and off, but they're also going to protect them from power surges. And we've had some electricity surges as of late down where I live. Also, placing lamps near mirrors or in corners where adjoining walls can magnify the light, that really works well. It spreads the brightness with fewer bulbs. Make sure all your lights are turned off at night while you're sleeping too. I tend to forget that sometimes. Quality LED light bulbs use 75% less energy than traditional incandescent bulbs do, and they last 25 times longer.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah. And save you trips to the store, save you a lot of hassle for sure. Now, for laundry and dishes, you should only run full loads. You want to try to save those cycles for when your appliances are full. And if you're able to, make sure that you are washing your dishes in the dishwasher and not by hand. Energy Star estimates that electronic dishwashers use 5,000 fewer gallons of hot water per year than washing by hand. And also so much nicer. So if you don't have a dishwasher though, you can still take steps to reduce your energy usage while doing your dishes. Scrape your dirty dishes over the trash, then fill up your sink with hot soapy water and wash all of the dishes at once. And be sure you don't run that tap the whole time while you're moving from one dish to the next under some sort of constant stream of water.
So Julie, I have tried to do this with my husband for several years now, and he insists on having to fill up the sink and wash the dishes. And it drives me crazy. He's like, no, you can't be conserving on water and whatnot. And I'm like, I'm telling you it is. So it's, trying to get him to convince him on that is going to be difficult. But
well, maybe he was like me, that was a chore of mine as the child, and our dishwasher wasn't as good. They were older appliances and they just weren't as efficient. So you had to wash, or else when you got it out of the dishwasher, it wouldn't be clean.
And do you have to wash your dishes before you put them in the dishwasher?
I think you should probably get a little, but again, it just depends on how new your dishwasher is. New dishwashers and laundry or dish detergents are up to the task. So there's no
I hear
double duty.
leaving a little scum on your dishes makes the dishwasher more effective. So it could be a hearsay, but I'm pretty sure I read that somewhere. So Google that.
I like it. Makes sense.
Right. All right, another tip, minimize your gadgets. Unplug devices and appliances that you're not using, or use an advanced power strip. Using standby modes on your devices can use what we call vampire or phantom energy. You can also use power strips to make sure electronics and other items not in use are truly shut off. Utilize those power strips anywhere that you possibly can. Not only is it going to make it easier to turn things on and off, but they're also going to protect them from those power surges, as we've mentioned. Now, the power strips help avoid overloading electrical outlets as well. Blah, 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 blah. I'm tongue-tied today. Efficiently distribute energy to appliances and prevent them from draining unnecessary energy.
Yeah.
Also easily unplug multiple devices at once while you're doing your nightly rounds. According to the U.S. Department of Energy, get this, using an advanced power strip to control power used by idle appliances, you can save over $100 a year. So, hey, what's not to lose about, or what's not bad about saving $100?
Right, for sure. And somebody told me that anything that is waiting on a signal from you, like, so if you turn something on with a remote, it is technically always running somewhere because it's waiting to receive your signal. So if you're not gonna be needing it, then turn it off completely and then turn it back on. It's a little bit extra step there, but it's helpful.
Good info.
Yeah. Now on to hot water. So hot water heating is going to be a surprisingly high percentage of your electricity usage. So for laundry, especially if you can, use cold water. So most of the energy that's used in the laundry process is used by heating water. So even though cold water is just as effective most often, and now especially with cold water detergents and things, you're going to get your clothes just as clean. So use cold water whenever possible. The only exception is if somebody in your house is sick, especially if they have the COVID-19 virus. Centers for Disease Control does recommend, if possible, then washing all things in as warm as water as possible.
Good advice.
Yeah.
So here's one that I don't know if I can buy into or not, Julie, but it's air drying your clothes. Maybe it's because I don't have a line for it. And if I'm going to air dry it, I'm going to air dry inside and they just get crinkly and hard.
Yep.
But, you can air dry your laundry either outside or using a drying rack. And it really is a great way to reduce the amount of energy that you use while doing your laundry. Using the U.S. Department of Energy's online calculator, traditional drivers 5 hours every other week costs over $175 a year, which is quite interesting. Now, if the weather's too humid or damp for air drying, which it is often down here in Houston, there's small adjustments that you can do to use your dryer more efficiently. Simply clear out your clothes dryer lint trap all the time. My husband gets on me about that all of the time. You didn't clean it out. So he's right. If your dryer has a moisture sensor too, use that to keep from over drying your clothes. Be sure to remove your clothes from the dryer a few minutes early as well. Not only is it going to save some energy, but it's also easier to iron. That's a great tip. Great tip and a great bonus. Also, don't dry heavier towels and thicker garments with lighter ones, as it's going to slow down your drying time. I am so guilty of doing that. My daughter's towels and her laundry, and I just throw it all in because I'm in a hurry, right? Not efficient.
Yeah, for sure. And it is true, especially, with the advancements of modern appliances, the moisture settings, things like that. If you just and a lot of times I'm very good at this. My electronics are smarter than me. So there are settings that I don't know about or utilize,
Right.
So if you've got a little extra time right now, it might be a good idea to get out the book and, can I be using this in a better way to, because every little bit is going to add up. Nothing's going to be, a new car, but every little bit helps for sure.
And you raise a good point, Julie. I mean, the quarantine or the stay at home has really given us more time to be at home and slow down a little bit. We're even noticing with our business, people are responding to us more than they normally do because they have a little bit more time. So, take that time and learn a few extra things, learn a hobby, learn how to save more on electricity. I mean, there's lots of things that you can do with this time. So embrace it while you can.
Yeah, for sure. And we will definitely go back to our old routines, but if you can add in steps and make them habit now, then it'll be a lot easier to maintain even as we go back to normal. So kind of making that a practice will help, I think. This one's hard for me. I'm already complaining that I don't have hot enough water, but if you can control your water heater, turning down the temperature is a big deal. 13% of your home's electricity goes to heating water. And if you like your long showers like I do, it may be more. So to save money, you want to set that water heater to around 120 degrees Fahrenheit. Or if you've got it, use the vacation setting if you're able to. So 120 degrees Fahrenheit might be a little bit lower than you're accustomed to, but it's still enough for all of your daily washing and needs, showering, the dishes, etc. And then your AC, you want to turn that up to 75, 78. If you can muster that, depending on the temperature outside, it's going to allow you to lower that, the runtime of your AC, which is the biggest draw for sure. Use your ceiling fans, box fans if you've got them. On cooler days, turn the AC off, open a window, get some fresh air blowing. And also if you're reducing your light usage, your house is going to be cooler anyway. So try to small little adjustments there.
I'm with you on the water heater, but I can do 75 to 78 comfortably all the time because I hate being cold. So that's not a problem with me. The water heater, I've got to have hot water.
The other day I was wearing socks and a sweatshirt and that thing. And I was like, turn up the air. What are you doing? But I was in the zone. I was definitely not using all my thoughts there.
Here's another tip. Cook using smaller appliances by putting small kitchen appliances to work more often instead of using the big oven or the stovetop. And lead to energy savings. The average toaster oven can use up to half the energy of the average electric oven over the same cooking time. According to Energy Star, cooking or reheating food in the microwave, by the way, can save as much as 80% of the energy used to warm them in the oven. Small appliances are a plus.
That is, and I always would like, if I was going to reheat something, think I'm doing this in the oven because it would be better for you, but it's not worth it. It takes
it financially. That's right.
All right. Now, using your fridge efficiently. Refrigerators should maintain about 37 to 40 degrees Fahrenheit to work at their peak efficiency. And then that will also help you minimize your energy costs. And freezers should be at a temp of about 5 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, long-term storage, like if you have a garage fridge or a deep freezer, those should be set at 0 degrees Fahrenheit. But keeping your fridge and your freezer stocked, which is probably pretty easy right now, also can help save money because the food acts as insulation and it reduces the amount of runtime it takes to keep the icebox cold. But even if you have a lot of food right now, you also want to maximize the life of it. Try not to overfill it. So there's a fine line, I guess, because you don't want it to work double time to keep that. It'll get in way of the circulation of the air and that won't help you. So, and simple. Don't stand in front of the fridge with the door open trying to figure out why am I here or what do I want to eat? No, not that. The longer the fridge door is open, the harder the appliance is going to have to work to maintain its temperature. And if you're cooking, try to think before you open, get all the ingredients you need, pull them out at once. Don't go back and forth for every single item that you need.
Literally when I go grocery shopping and I come home, I open up the fridge and I leave it open as I'm piling things in there. That is so bad. And I know that. I know it is. And, I'm just leaving it and going through the sacks and then it goes beep, beep, beep. I mean, look how much money I'm throwing away.
Yes, I know. Oh, I do that especially with my refrigerator in the garage for like the sodas and, some of the things. So those I'll just unload right away. Although I did read in a book, and I don't remember now, but it was how to grocery shop, like plan your shopping so that you're more efficient at the store. But then also when you get home, you know, empty your bags first and then put all the stuff that's going to go in this pantry shelf together. And I'm like, you know, the organization part of my brain was like, yes. And so if I can think to do it, I try, but yeah, no, it does not often happen for sure.
I hear you. I mean, but just implementing just a few of these energy saving tips, it really can large costs. So just start the easy ones and work your way up to the bigger projects, because as we mentioned, we have some time right now. And with just a few lifestyle changes, you're going to be well on your way to a much lower electric bill, we hope. Being at home means your energy usage will increase. So it's really important to ensure you're getting the best deal for your usage.
Yeah. And it's also a good time to make sure that you're in the right electricity plan. So if
Yep.
you're not already a member or you're not sure, then just the link will be below. Just check out, we have a free savings calculator. It'll give you an estimate of where kind of you stand with what's available right now for you. And, you know, depending on how well you did last time or how long it's been since you've shopped, you know, you could be saving quite a bit of money. So, and it's just smart to know where you stand, if it's worth the whatever needs to happen to get you into a better plan. For sure, it's worth finding out.
No doubt. Good stuff. Leave your tips below in the comments section, because we always love to hear from y'all. As always, as we say, be cool, stay kind, and do great things.
It's the Ogre way.